I don't think anyone's surprised that plaid is a trend for fall of 2020.
Alexasunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, LexSunshine83 here. Hello, hello, happy sunny Sunday. What is up? I haven't worn denim on denim in such a long time, but with it now being officially fall, I feel like it's okay to really just go ham on fall like videos and dressing like it's fall even though it's 102 degrees. I had seen a video by Lainey Ozark where she kind of went through some fall 2020 fashion trends, and I just felt really inspired to do something similar where I just kind of talk about some 2020 fall fashion trends, show you how I would style them. I have, I think, like 13 trends. I like put outfits together. It's almost like a fall trends outfits video, but instead I'm gonna be like sitting down and talking about it. Now, of course, you do you, wear whatever the heck you want. You don't need to follow trends, but one thing that I've really realized is when there is a trend, you don't necessarily have to follow it like completely. You can take different aspects of it and implement it in your style if you want. And one of my favorite things to do is actually thrift trends. So I would say 99% of these outfits in this video have been thrifted. I did technically already make a video talking about 2020 fall fashion trends, but those were only a couple. Trends that I'm going to be talking about in this video I didn't talk about in that video except for like one. So it is just to give you some inspiration, different ways to put together some fall outfits. And yeah, all the trends I'm talking about I found on different fashion magazine websites. A lot of them overlapped with the same trends. Some of them had ones I hadn't seen before. Also, there's some that I've just been pinning on my Pinterest as well. I don't even know if they're really a trend, but I really like it and I found them right now. So they're a fall trend for me. The first trend are yellow maxi coats, and I love this trend. I mean, obviously, if you know me, like I love yellow. The reason why I feel like it is a fall trend, not necessarily because, you know, deep mustard yellow is popular usually during fall, but it is a way to bring like sunshine to potentially a darker outfit. And you can do any type of maxi coat. I ended up going with a blazer, but there's like puffer jackets. You can have a lot of fun with it depending on what your jacket preference is. But like I said, I did do this kind of oversized yellow blazer. This one actually had like a school uniform patch on it. I thrifted it and I like undid it, and now it's the perfect blazer. It's such a nice color. It's not too heavy, which is really important. Where I live in Southern California, it does not get cold really. So I find with a lot of like maxi coats or just coats in general, they don't usually work for me or they just aren't very practical. So this is kind of perfect because it is quite thin, and I think it really adds something very special to this specific outfit, which I just went really like bland with this. I know I could have gone like a little high fashion with some like pointy heels and like structured pants, but I wanted it to just be more casual. I am so into blazers right now, and I think putting it with, you know, jeans and even a t-shirt or a tank top, something that could potentially help you feel a little bit like not as professional, because that was my biggest like pet peeve when it came to blazers, is I just felt too professional. And a lot of the trends that you will end up seeing have a lot of trousers and like structured looks to them that I wanted to go, you know, more to that casual wear, especially if you are kind of like me and you don't usually dress very smart. This is a great way to add a smart piece, a very fun color. Yellow and denim I am so into. I think it's such a beautiful color combination. I'm so down for this trend. I'm so into it. Bring that sunshine on those rainy days. This next one I was very surprised I liked. When I first found it, I was like, I may not even do that one. I don't know. It is blue style with neutral tones. And for somebody that loves denim, I don't really wear a lot of just normal blue. Like I have a couple blue tops, but it's not something I really get into. And then also with brown, I'm just starting to kind of get into it. So I did end up putting these like beige style pants. I feel like if they were brown, they probably would have gone a little bit better, but I put it with this blue sweater, and I am so surprised how much I love this look. I put it with some white heels, and I love these pants just in general. If you guys had seen the video where I got them, I talked about how much I love them. Of course, this sweater is a little bit more spring, but because you are putting it with a neutral tone, it kind of like tones it down to more like fall look. They kind of styled it in the magazine a couple different ways, doing mainly like a brown neutral look and then having one pop of blue, whether that's a purse or heels or in my case a sweater. You can really kind of mix and match, and I just never realized how beautiful blue and brown is together. I will literally never put them together, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I don't think anyone's surprised that plaid is a trend for fall of 2020. Like it's a trend for fall every year. Now I did realize I don't own that much plaid. I don't know why. I think it's because in high school there was like a big like, oh my god, you need to own as many plaid button-ups as possible, and I think I went a little bit crazy. I actually even like took some of my grandpa's plaid button-ups. He let me, I think. Anyway, and I think I just went overboard that now I'm just scarred from that experience of how much plaid I was wearing. So with this, I actually thrifted these pants when I did my thrift haul video. I just completely forgot to show them, but I got them from Plato's Closet. They're originally from Urban Outfitters. They're just such an interesting pant because they are more like leggings, which I'm all for comfy pants. I think this is a really great way, especially in fall and winter when it's potentially cold and you want to feel like all cozy. These pants were actually perfect, and they are adding, you know, a really fun pattern to the look, especially if you go for even just a sweatshirt. You could just wear a sweatshirt with this and I think it would look great, but I ended up pairing it with a Harley Davidson top, just some like platform style boots, and then I ended up putting this like faux leather jacket, like biker jacket with it because I really wanted to play on that like grungy tone of it. I mean, we know that plaid is going to be popular. There were more like plaid dresses, which I feel like that would have been interesting, but I just had these pants and I think it's something that a lot of people will go towards the button-up plaid shirts, but finding plaid in different ways, especially if you're like, oh, you know, I want to do this trend, but I feel like it's so overdone. Like, how can you implement plaid in just different ways? I mean, you could get a plaid headband. I don't know if they make that, but I'm sure that they do. Now, this one I was really surprised about. Red dresses are very popular. It even said that it's like been the most relevant it's ever been, and I would have thought it would have been more towards like the holidays and winter, but it is a big like fall trend to specifically wear red dresses. Now, I only own one red dress, so I just kind of went with it. It's this silk satin dress that I thrifted a like year ago. I don't even know. I ended up pairing it with these long boots, and then I just have different like gold jewelry. So I put in some like clip-on earrings, I put my hair up, and this I'm just absolutely loving. I feel like with a red dress, it's hard to make it look casual because it naturally looks a little like sexy, little nighttime type of thing. And although I don't think this necessarily looks super casual, I definitely would still wear it. I also play a black leather blazer to kind of tone it down and to also, I mean, if it's fall, although where I live it doesn't get cold, if it gets cold where you are, I wanted to kind of keep that in mind and try to style it in a way where you could wear it possibly. I am just so surprised that I am quite down for red dresses. I kind of want another red dress. Like I said, I'm super into blazers and specifically like leather blazers, and brown PU leather coats is big this season. I think it was also a trend in spring. I thrifted this leather jacket back in spring, I think for a thrifting spring trends video. As you can see, trends kind of lead into other trends, and yeah, when it comes to styling, I feel like with this brown coat, you could put it with either white or black. You could do different pops of color, but I wanted to kind of keep it toned down. I did wear it with some jeans to keep it as like casual as possible and something I would wear. This is a style I think I've been pinning a lot on my Pinterest. I do monthly inspiration boards, just so you know. I'll have it linked down below. Doing a like leather pleather style blazer is really nice, adding that different texture. Love me some normal blazers, but especially if you live somewhere that is cold, you know, it's gonna give you a little bit more warmth, and I feel like it could just go with so much. And I'm really happy that back in spring I bought this because I've just grown to love it, and again, it's a trend again, and so it kind of goes in with it. Yeah, I've already talked about like leather blazers and different like leather styling, but this trend is like full on leather. That was literally the website like name for this trend. You can go as extreme or as minimal as you want. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't know if I can do just like full head to toe into like leather or like, you know, fake leather, but I ended up taking these faux leather pants that I thrifted a while back. They're a little bit more like wide leg, which I think looks really good. It is very like casual without being like super tight. I don't want to have like a Ross moment where I can't like put my pants back on. I ended up trying to tone it down a bit where then I just have the leather blazer. This one's green. I could go like black on black, but I feel like then you kind of lose the whole like look to it. I really wanted to play off that I am wearing like two different leathers and they are different textures as well, and I think it actually looked really great. I ended up pairing it with a white top, and then I just put on some Vans, which I think really tones down the look and makes it look like I'm just going to the grocery store. Like, it doesn't really look like I put that much effort into it, but because of the texture, I think it looks really nice. And of course, if it's actually cold, like wearing two like leather style things would potentially keep you warm as well. I've technically already talked about this trend when I did my fall trends thrifting video, but I just wanted to talk about it again because I continue to see it everywhere, which is specifically like prep school style, and you can definitely style this in whatever way you want. I also saw one that was like Ivy League style, so if you're doing like a vest, oh my god, vests are very, very popular. I don't really have any vests, so I wasn't able to kind of show it in this video. I wanted to almost like recycle the look I used in the other video, which is this tennis skirt, which I'm still trying to figure out a way to style it. I was gonna put it with this like sweater I had like tucked in, and then I put it with this just normal black sweatshirt tucked in only a little bit, and I think it looks amazing. I ended up putting them with these like Oxford ducks, which is definitely a very big trend that I've been seeing on Instagram and Pinterest, and I'm so obsessed with these shoes. I was gonna do like a separate part of these shoes, but I styled them with other outfits in this video and I was like, it's fine. I also ended up putting the padded like headband because that was really popular last year and it's continuing into this year, which I know a lot of people are mixed about. I personally really like it because if my hair is not looking good that day, I can put this headband, and because it's so thick, it kind of like covers the back, and the back of my hair is always the worst, so I really like it. This is probably the preppiest my style is ever gonna get. I feel like with every season, they try to have a trend that doesn't make any sense of like, oh, it's different than what we think of when it comes to fall or spring or anything like that. So when we think of fall, we think of dark colors. They're like, oh, here's a wild idea. What about like bright colors? And it's like, oh my god, I never even thought about that. But pop of color suits, which I'm all for, a monochromatic outfit, whatever color, like I'm so into. It talked about specifically blue and red kind of one color suits, and so I only really had one outfit I could put together that was the same color, which is this red suit, which are these red tailored pants and then this button up top. This was actually my mom's when I did that like thrifting my mom's clothes videos. This was one of the tops, and I've had trouble styling it because it is actually outside of my comfort zone. I don't know, it has so many beautiful details, but I haven't found a way to actually like make it work for me, and I think honestly putting it with the red pants I'm really into. And then I also remembered I had a red bag, so I just really wanted to go like ham into this look. I do wish I had red shoes. I think that would have been iconic, and it did kind of like make me drink the Kool-Aid of like wanting to color coordinate my entire outfit to be one color. It's just so fun, and you feel like you just have your life together. You're like, yes, I was able to put the same color together in an outfit. I am successful. And I can definitely see how this would be a good fall trend because you're wearing like long sleeves and like long trouser pants, and you can't really do that necessarily in spring and summer, so definitely makes sense. And then doing it with a pop of color, whether it is a slip dress, a nightie, wearing even just pajama pants, like I'm all for wearing a bra top, a corset. I think it can just add a really fun like vibe to a look. I'm still on the search for a proper corset that isn't too intense, but like kind of right in the middle, a little bit more casual. I think it's very personal of how you want to implement this into your style or not at all. I ended up just putting this slip dress, and to tone it down for my personal taste, I just put it with some jeans. It does honestly just look like a cami, so I think it works. I ended up pairing it with this like biker jacket just because obviously it's fall, so you gotta stay warm, and obviously like lingerie and cold don't really mix together, so finding different jackets to wear with it I think will also help your comfortability of not feeling so exposed, or at least that's how I feel. You could also wear like a long sleeve under it. You can wear just a normal t-shirt under it. You can really style it based on your personal preference. This was not on any of the trends, and I was offended. I think it was more of a spring trend, but I'm continuing it on into fall, mostly because it took me so long to get into this trend, which is green and cow print. They complement each other so well, so to bring it more into fall, I just have it with this green sweater, got it tucked in to these cow print pants, got some dogs, and I'm just so into this. I think cow print is my favorite animal print. I feel like it just looks so good with pastels. You could put it just with black, but with pastels, it's just so fun. It's a really great way to help me like style pastel colors because, or even like brighter, you could put it with yellow, you know, anything like that without just wearing like jeans. It's just something interesting. I'm just really into it. So for me, that's like the #1 fall 2020 fashion trend. Yeah, why isn't it on any of the lists? This one was also supposed to be in that thrift haul video, but it didn't come in time. So it is this one shoulder top because one shoulders were very big in summer, and again, I was late to the party. It just took me a while to find like a thrifted one. I think if you go for a long sleeve one shoulder top, then like I think that's fine. Again, for where I live, it's a really great way of like kind of being warm on one side but then like not being warm on the other, and I honestly love it. I think it's a really great way of just wearing something very like not bland but very normal just with jeans. But it's interesting because there's one shoulder, it like is kind of confusing to the eye. I wore it in my last video and so many of you were like, where is it from? I did thrift it from thredUP and I hadn't seen any one shoulder tops on there, and it like popped up and I was like, I gotta get it. And it's kind of like a sweater material as well, so I think it'll go absolutely great into fall. Yeah, there's not too much to say because I think it just says it for itself. Just one shoulder tops are my jam, and I'm surprised it took me so long to fall in love with them. I think you can implement it into fall style by going for like a long sleeve look, and yeah, I really love it. Love, you know, my one shoulder being exposed. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These were just a few of the fall fashion trends that I own. I definitely want to do like a part 2 because there's more that I really want and I also want to talk about, but I don't own, so I'm gonna be on the lookout when I go thrifting. Let me know in the comments down below what fall trend you're really into, whether I talked about it or didn't talk about it. If you like thrifting videos and secondhand fashion, make sure you subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, alexasunshine83, to keep up to date with me during the week. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a super sunny Sunday. Enjoy life, be happy, and I love you lots. Bye!